We've Been Fooled: How Sabrina Wallace is the Biggest Fraud of the Truther Movement. Sabrina Wallace is a fear-driven online influencer who weaponizes pseudoscience, emotional manipulation, and conspiracy rhetoric to derail truth seekers and destroy hope. She first magically appeared online in 2021, making her now public, habitual lies and strange views all the more suspect. I am writing this because I have reached my breaking point. I can no longer remain silent while thousands of people are listening to and taking the advice of someone who has zero credibility in the realm of health or science, or life in general. Should we listen to someone who has lived with various strange unrelated men in her home at the same time, with access to her daughters for 20 years? Someone who's been using welfare for over 20 years and double dipping while having her male friend get paid as her caretaker all that time, to offload all personal financial responsibility to everyone but herself? A woman who was arrested for assault on a child, likely one of her daughters, in 2015? A manic chain smoker with disheveled hair and a disheveled home? Someone who, by her own admission, was too drugged up to prevent her own daughters from being abused? These same children, now young adults, so mentally scarred from their upbringing that they want to be men. Sabrina Wallace can't even manage her own affairs. Why would anyone follow her like she's a cult leader? Why follow her into the abyss where, according to her, there's no hope, there's no goodness in this world? If she's our leader, so help us all. I don't want her life, mentally, spiritually, physically, or otherwise. Any proximity to Sabrina's toxic, hateful sludge of an existence is something I want to avoid. I don't want my family, my friends, my community, or anyone or anything I care about to be exposed to her any longer than necessary. My hope is that if you've heard of Sabrina Wallace, that you find this first, and save yourself the trouble. I've thoroughly dissected what she is all about so you don't have to. She's almost entertaining until she's not. Sabrina has a strange, quirky, conspiracy theory personality, and is known for endless rants full of word salad, lies, and erratic behavior. Yet she has no real-life credentials or experience to support her strict range of opinions. But Wallace isn't just an annoying talking head. She's dangerous. She's disingenuous. She's a fear-mongerer. She's a charlatan. More than anything, she's a problem. Why? Because she attacks innocent people who are looking for truth and love in their lives, and who are looking to break out of the darkness caused by the modern medical and military-industrial complex. Sabrina is a staunch spokeswoman and advocate that there are no solutions against Agenda 2030 or the transhuman Fourth Industrial Revolution spoken about by the WEF, World Economic Forum, for decades. She doesn't actually offer any solutions. Rather, she disempowers people who listen to her and fills them with fear, leading some to learned helplessness. But if there's no solution, it begs the question, why would she spend thousands of hours making videos and fear-mongering, unless perhaps she is mentally ill or simply controlled opposition? Either way, it's easy to fall into her emotional, logical, and pseudo-scientific traps. That's why it's important the world understands who Sabrina Wallace is and how to see through her fraudulent ways. If you are not a professional scientist yourself, it is critical that you understand that Wallace uses big words and emotional energy to give the illusion of truth or confidence. It's tempting to give in to her persuasive style, because you're probably looking for truth, but Sabrina's word tricks don't actually mean anything. She sounds like she knows her stuff, and in many ways that is her entire shtick. She's relying on her audience to not know the difference between sounding smart and actually making valid scientific sense. So let's break down who Sabrina is, how she operates, and in doing so the reader can determine if they think she is someone who deserves your trust, attention, or energy.